What's going on? It's been a couple months since my last video. Just want to give an update. It's a lot of things I had to kind of um, uh, catch up on, so I'll just do like a quick recap. Uh, Happy New Year. We're already going into February. Um, Everything's going pretty good so far for 2026. Everything's good. Um, I the last time I want to say when I probably videoed, I had to be like around like I was making good progress, I believe, on the last one. So just going off of where I was at before, I was at 277. Like that's where I was floating at. So roughly 2 weeks ago, I finally weighed myself again since that last time. And when I had last checked myself, that was in October of last year. So I went kind of a little bit hiatus of the weighing myself. I never stopped working out. I was still going to the gym. It's just I kind of took a break from the dieting, from the calorie counting, because it gets tiring after a while. Sometimes you need a little bit of that break, and then we all know how the holidays are. Families get together, we start partying, start all the good food started coming out. It's just stuff happens, life happens, and I got to kick back just a little bit. You know what I mean? But for the past 2 weeks now, I want to say like roughly like in the middle of January, I kind of started locking in again with my dieting because I ended up weighing myself, like I said, which was roughly 2 weeks ago. I ended up gaining 10 pounds from that October to now, you know, and I was kind of getting back into my old habits of eating takeout like every night. I, I was still working out, mind you, but still, though, the eating habits were getting back to how they were, which weren't good. So when I saw that I was only 10 pounds off, the initial thought was kind of like, damn, dude, like, like, I don't want to, I was a little upset because it was a little bit of like a backtracking, a little bit of a setback. And it was just one of those things where I was like, damn, dude, like 10 pounds all over again. You know what I mean? Like, what? Like, I could have, I was like thinking back of what I could have probably done a little bit different, right? And it was like, damn, 10 pounds. But then I kind of had that moment, which when you do it healthily, I want to say, you shouldn't weigh yourself every day. That's not healthy. But I try to keep it at a week's amount of time. Obviously, before that, I hadn't weighed myself for a couple months, but I tried to do on a weekly basis to kind of like gauge where if I'm moving up or moving down. But for instance, like that, right? When I'm having a hard time breaking my bad habit of eating, sometimes seeing myself weigh myself kind of gives me that shock to the system to kind of like, okay, it's time to reset. So I was a little upset, just kind of like, damn, 10 pounds, huh? But then I kind of thought about it and was like, well, when this all started, I had burned over 30 pounds of weight, you know? So I was like, 10 pounds, I can be a lot worse. You know what I mean? A lot worse. So I took it, the I took the situation, turned it around positively, and I was like, all right, let's get back into it. Let's try to um, get it going. This is a process, man. This is a process. Like, um, I want to say this is a process that's been going on since May of last year. May of last year is when I started getting back to working out and trying to change my my thing. I mean, to be fair, this has been going on for years, you know what I mean? But this is all part of the journey, you know? But if we want to put a date on it, May of last year, on my birthday last year, was me, you know, starting my new way of trying to get a better lifestyle now that I'm in my 30s. So, with that being said, now here we are today, the first week of February. I've already now lost within these 2 weeks, like basically close to 7 pounds already. So I'm already back to almost where I was starting off. I started off at 2 weeks ago. I was at 287 and a half. As of this morning, I'm at 270, 279 and a half, I believe. I have to look back at my MyFitness app because that's how I track it. But just in 2 weeks, I'm back to like where I was at square one, which was, I'm pretty almost close to where I was at, which was at 277. So this is, I'm gonna hit it really hard this month in February. To last month was kind of me trying to get back into the groove of things, changing up my diet, start, not that I didn't, not that I stopped working out. Thankfully, I always kept working out, but it was more of me trying to get back into the mindset of like, okay, when February comes, we're gonna start hitting it hard, you know. And then again, too, like the past 2 weeks was also fixing my diet all over again, trying to portion control and regulating what I'm eating, and trying to put the better stuff in my stomach and stuff like that. So now starting in February, I'm only 2 pounds off of where I was when I stopped weighing myself last October. So I'm pretty happy about that. I want to keep that momentum going. And now that I'm getting to the groove of things again, I just want to push forward, because now the next hurdle is when I stopped weighing myself. That 270 mark was the wall that my body was not, like, it was not budging anymore. Like it was not budging anymore. Like it didn't want to lose any more weight. So I've had I want to say like what, October, so October, November, December, close to 4 months, probably, roughly 3 to 4 months break of the whole diet thing. Let's see now, with me kind of like in a fresh mindset, that off of a break, that let's see if we can push through it now and get into the 260s. If I just break into the 260s, I know what the motion will be going is just getting down past that. I was stuck. I couldn't drop lower than 274. I could not drop lower than 274. That's where I was stuck at. And I just want to hit 269. That's all I want to do. Because I know if I hit 269, that means I can keep pushing further and further and cutting more and more. So that's kind of like where the goal is right now as of what's been happening. The meal prepping has been good. I changed up some of my recipes this past weekend, so I'm looking forward to how my meal preps are going to be this week. Everything's kind of, again, I'm keeping it very low calorie, but eventually I will end up bringing it back up to around like 2,000 to 2,200 calories. Right now I'm floating out, I'm like floating around 1,500 to like 1,600 calories a day. So that's not bad. I can work with that. I was doing that when I first started, when I was losing the 30 pounds, but maybe all of February I might keep it like that, the 15 to 1600 calories, and then March is when I'll push it back to 2000 calories, just to get stuff back together, you know. But other than that, overall, I'm excited. I'm really looking forward to getting back on the grind and doing it. So keep up. I'm gonna keep doing my good work and keep pushing forward. Later.